Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Beginner Beauty Glow. Happy Tuesday. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, and I'm going to be using a new palette that I got. It's the Nude Mood palette from ColourPop. New to me, probably not new to others, but it's a new one I just got. I'm going to be trying this out, so I'm excited for this. Let me go ahead and get started. I typically I just don't care to use eyeshadow primer. I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Today I'm not going to just because I really don't have the time today. So hope that doesn't disappoint anybody. When I do use it, I use the Urban Decay. This right here. I'm just not going to today. All right. So here's the palette. It looks gorgeous. Excited to use some of these shimmers. All right. So I am going to start with my eyes. I'm going to start using the palette. So I'm going to use this Eco Tools brush that I got from Amazon. I got like a set of these. I like these a lot. Have no idea what I'm doing, so let me just get started here. I'm going to start with this color right here. I usually like to start with a kind of a middle shade, middle matte shade. It's called the Bare to Wear. That's the name of that color. So I'm going to start with that. And I think it's just going to go in my crease. Not much to see there, but you can see it's like that nice nude color. I'm going to go up a little bit higher with it. Above my crease, because I have those lovely hooded eyes. If you have them, you know what I mean. You have to go above that crease for anything to show. All right, let me do the other side. All right. I think real quick I'm going to go in with some tape on my eye, on the sides of my eyes, just to give my shadow a nice line, or like a nice curve. What do you call that? Like a nice cat eye on the side. All right. Okay, so let me just see what I'm going to go in next here. I'm going to go in next with a next darker color, which is this one here, and it's called Au Naturel. And I'm going to kind of keep that in the crease as well, I think. This has a lot of fallout. So I'm very glad that I chose to start with my eyes. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this has a lot of like dust coming out. Lots of fallout. All right, so next, I'm gonna use, I'm gonna go in with this one here. It's called Moody, and just add a little bit more to my outer corners. I'm just kind of like dabbing it on my outer corners. Okay. Now the other side. Today is actually my lash removal day, so I will be doing that tonight. These ones are starting to come off a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, I really want to use one of these. Okay, I'm gonna go on with, I'm debating between one of these two right now, and I think I'm gonna do, oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna use this one right here. It's called Mugged Off. So I just want to get a little shimmer added in. I'm probably also gonna put that in my crease area. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna use a different brush because I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. It's another Equal Tools. I'm gonna use this one right here at the top. It's called Wink Wink. I'm gonna put that just towards the top, like towards my brow bone, just to maybe brighten that up a little. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. Okay. All right, so now I want to use that lovely middle shade here, which is called Put On Airs, H-E-I-R-S. Isn't that called Airs, or pronounced Airs? All right, so I'm going to use the NYX glitter glue first, because I really want that to really stand out. So I usually just put a little bit of this on my hand, and I take a very small brush like this one, a thin one, and I just put that in my inner corner. In the area that I want that shimmer or glitter to really stand out. And I always make sure to go above my crease because, again, I have those hooded eyes, so I have to make sure that it shows up. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. Okay. This, by the way, was a Morphe brush, in case anyone is wondering. All right, now I'm going to go in with a smaller Eco Tools brush and put on that middle shade again, which is called Put On Airs, if I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, let me know. And we will see how this shows up now that I have that glitter glue on. That is a really pretty shade. This is a really nice fall palette, I think. The colors just really remind me of fall, like the orange leaves, and that is really pretty. I love that. That's gorgeous. Let me do the other side. That is really, really pretty. I love that. Okay. So that is that palette. I can swatch some of these for you. I didn't use this Lap of Luxe right here. So let me swatch that in case anyone's interested. I'm just going to do it on my fingers. That's a really pretty, like, coppery kind of shade. I don't think I use this one. It's called the Cocoa. It's another one of those nice sparkly shades. That's really pretty too. It's like a matte, but it's sparkly. That is gorgeous. I love that. I wish I could add that in here somewhere. Can I add that in? Let me just see if I do it like, oh, that's really pretty. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Okay. Kind of added some up there. I didn't want to do that. Let me do the other side now. Okay, that's good. That is gorgeous. I love that. Hopefully I got that even. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I got a little distracted. I'm not gonna really swatch the lighter one because we know how that looks. I mean, it's called Bluffin', that's the name of the shade. All the other shades I did use today, so yeah, that is how that palette looks. And again, I feel like this is a really nice fall palette. Those colors just really remind me of fall. Let me just go ahead and wipe this off. All right, so let me take this tape off here and then we'll go ahead and move on. So that's how we are looking so far. Looks pretty good. I thought I had some fallout. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe off this fallout here. That's the one thing with this palette, there will be a lot of fallout. Okay. That should be good. All right, let's move on. I've already done my skincare, so I'm going to move on to primer. Today I'm going to use my Sweat Unlock Primer by Hard Candy. I really love this primer. Definitely helps with my oiliness on my skin and helps keep my shine down that I get from the oiliness. Okay. This primer definitely reminds me of it is a dupe for the One Size primer, and it definitely reminds me of that because it leaves kind of like that. Once it starts drying on your face, it gives you that kind of, I don't know how you would describe it, like that feeling when you have to like move your face around, it kind of feels a little, you got a little crusty maybe. I don't know if that's a good word to use for it because I really do like the primer. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. But if you use the One Size, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. Okay, so next I'm gonna use my Milani Conceal and Perfect. Sorry, you gotta hear me. Skin tint stick, and I use the shade 5, which is light. I'm not a foundation user, unless you consider this foundation. But this is the closest that I really get to foundation. This, and then like again, if you consider it. Some people say they do consider this foundation. I don't know. That's not the shade that I wanted though. I'm going to use a little bit of this just to give a glow, and I'm going to use shade 4 medium with it. I like to mix this in just to keep my skin glowing. Okay. And I'm going to use this brush to blend. This is a foundation brush from Amazon. I love this brush. right. Okay. And that is done. That's how we are looking so far. And do some bronzer now. Today I'm going to use my NYX Butter Bronzer. And this is in the shade Deserve Butter. And I'm going to use my Morphe brush, which is a M242 cream and liquid bronzer, but I'm going to use it for the powder bronzer. Just because I love this brush. Okay, I like to always go all the way back to my hairline with it. Okay. All right, so that's how we are looking so far. Okay, let's go ahead and do our brows next. As always, or as I've been doing lately, Wet n Wild Mega Stay. I absolutely love this brow gel. I just like my brows to be flat down. Nothing too special with them. I don't do anything too special. I just like to put the brow gel down, and then I usually just use my finger to like flatten them. It's just how I like them. Okay. So we have that done. We should do some blush now. I'm going to mix two blushes today. I'm going to go ahead and use these two from e.l.f. One is Peach Perfect. The other is Bronze Bombshell. All right, so peach one is kind of hard to see, but let me go ahead and blend those in. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. All right. I got this from Amazon, and it's a brush color remover. So it just comes with like this kind of spongy thing inside of it that you can clean your brushes off with. Just rub your brush on it. And it kind of gets some of that color off, just to use in between my actual brush cleaning days. I thought it'd be nice to have that. All right. That turned out really pretty. It turned out like a nice bronzy type shade. Okay. All right, so next we'll do some highlighter. I'm going to use the NYX Buttermelt highlighter, and it's in the shade Glaze It Butter. It's a light bronze. And I usually just use my fingers to lightly apply it. I like to do it down the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. A little on my cheeks. I don't like to do a ton. Even that was probably too much, but it's really pretty. I love that. Look how gorgeous that is. And I like to do a little bit down here. Okay, that looks good. Let's do some setting spray. I'm gonna use the Hard Candy Glow Unlock setting spray. Love this stuff. All right, let's do our lips next. I'm gonna start off with this NYX matte lip liner, and it's in the shade Free Spirit. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna use my NYX soft matte lip cream, and it's in the shade Stockholm. That's pretty, I like that. And then lastly, I'm going to use my new gloss I got yesterday. It's the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, and it's in the shade Stone. Okay, you guys, so here is the finished look. Lastly, I just want to share with you my perfumes of the day. Today, I went in first with my Sol de Janeiro 40. It's, does this one say the notes on it? Oh yeah, okay, so it has notes of black amber, plum, vanilla woods, and musk. It kind of has like a cherry, kind of like a cherry scent. I smell cherries in there somewhere. And so then what I decided to do, I put this on my body basically after I got out of the shower, dried off out of the shower, over my clothes and kind of on my neck area. I then went in with my black opium YSL perfume, which also, if you haven't tried it, also has a cherry scent to it. So I figured that would go good together, and I do feel like these went amazing together. I feel like these smell really, really good together. So those were my scents of the day. That is pretty much all. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you guys have any suggestions for either videos or of course, I'd love makeup and skincare tips, because we are all, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us are learning this together. I'm still very new to makeup and still learning a lot of things. So I do appreciate you guys for watching and subscribing.